scenario.
Blimey. A VUCA scenario? You mean volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity?
VUCA is an army term used to describe the fog of war.
You mean the frog of war?
Frog?
Yes, it's riveting stuff. As experts who have been studying VUCA for the last 14 days, let's take a closer look and see how this one unfolds throughout. Sound good?
Yeah, sounds good. Jolly good show.
Good, good.
Right, lads, we're about to do this this last bit of the descent. Obviously, it's quite snowy. You can see the conditions are not great. So take it easy, everyone. It could be quite technical, so we'll give it our best shot. Obviously, we haven't got any tubes left, courtesy of a certain someone. So yeah, take your time, and I'll see you at the bottom. I'll be riding at the back. We'll have Danny up front, and then the rest of you just fill in behind. Okay? Sweet. Let's go.
When I rode back up, I thought, crikey, Craig's gone walkabouts.
I thought there's out wrong with him, and then I saw his wrist.
Curtis could have handled it better, but I'm just glad that everything worked out.
When I saw the state of Craig's wrist, I just hoped he had private healthcare, but then again, I doubt he did.
How about that? Just riding along and boom! And that's just a sign of one of two punctures, if I'm not mistaken.
In a turbulent situation such as this one, old Curtis's decision becomes quite difficult, and it's important to find clarity in a foggy situation.
The U stands for uncertainty.
Are you sure?
I'm certain.
Yeah, yes.
In many situations, this refers to when there is a lack of information, but the cause and effect is known, meaning that change can come about.
Obviously, Craig's had quite a serious crash here, so we need to get stuff going. Danny, can you look at the bike, see what's wrong with it? Franklin, you're the most experienced in the medical areas, so you sort his wrist out because he looks like he's in pain.
My wrist!
And then David and Olivia, can you find the quickest route off the mountain and start getting his kit together and sorting that out so that we can get down there and get him sorted out. Okay?
Curtis must make a decision as to what to do on the mountain, but doing it alone can be quite tricky. Luckily, and as many authors suggest, the key is to use the group around you and the expert knowledge that they may carry to help you make this decision.
Great. Yes, because all the individuals on the hill combine to make the group, and they all have the individual skills needed to deal with this situation and defog the old goggles, offering some clarity for the situation ahead.
Of course, of course.
So after Craig went kangarooing over the handlebars, it would appear he's done some serious damage to the bike. As you can see, we've got 1, 2 punctures, which is a real pickle, isn't it? Because we had no tubes left. However, what we do have is some puncture repair kits, but they're going to take a good 15 minutes each to dry up and get going. So, what do we do, you know? Do we either walk back or do we continue riding and wait around here in deteriorating conditions? You know, the snow's coming down, it's getting cold, everyone's been waiting around, so, you know, one of them things to have a think about.
The V in VUCA stands for volatility. which refers to how changes, big or small, can affect a decision.
Often occurring in fast and unpredictable scenarios, it is often hard to question why these things have happened.
Indeed. For example, Craig crashing and puncturing both his tyres has changed the whole scenario for the group, as it has gone from a relaxed mountain bike ride to quite a serious situation, especially with the weather closing in.
Exactly.
Yes.
This is tricky for old Curtis because of the deteriorating weather conditions and slightly tense group dynamics, much like that night I spent in a tent with my uncle and his friend. Thanks.
Craigie, you really did go bottom over boob on that one, didn't you? But you are in luck, because I have been a medical profession who has graduated from Eton. So, as a closer inspection would reveal that your wrist is quite ambiguous and uncertain to, have to know what's exactly going on inside of there. So we've got a few options, I've given you a few painkillers. I've got some stronger ones, if you know what I mean, in the bag. Option number 2 is that we walk down the hill and we get you to a medical profession that has an x-ray. Because I would just like to say, I am a medical profession, but I just can't see inside of your skin with just my eyes. Because, it could be fractured, it could just be bruised, but I'm not willing to take that risk. So I'm going to tell Curtis my thoughts, and hopefully we can, progress and come together in this dark, hard time, and, things will get better.
Right, the way I see it, we got one or two options. We can either go straight down the way we're going, and we'll come to a house in about 4 miles, or we can go back the way we've come, and we'll take a long route round, and we'll end up in a better place, and it's an easier route down, and you'll be able to walk that no problem. But it's a bit longer. It's going to take a little bit longer, based on my calculations. So it's up to you, Curtis. It's up to you. You're the boss.
Ambiguity. This means that there isn't any roadmap to guide you through the events that are going to unfold.
To address this type of situation, it's necessary to use strategic and tactical thinking to create new hypotheses and then test them.
Testing these hypotheses in a business setting is one thing, but testing them in the great outdoors is much different, as the consequences are potentially life-threatening.
Indeed. Like, for example, if Craig were to take the wrong route, it could have dire consequences for his wrist.
Exactly.
Yes.
Or if they said, you know what, Craig, man up and crack on with the ride, it'd be causing much more damage than it was worth.
That's it.
Let me take a look at that map.
Yes, I also agree with David that we do have the short route down or the long route back. There's a third path, but it's down quite a steep cliff, so I don't think we should go that way. I don't agree with Curtis having to make the decision though. What makes him more qualified?
Ooh, tension!
Complexity. That's the understanding that there are many different interconnected variables that offer differing amounts of challenge.
See, there may be information available, but it's often hard to decipher, with lots of complex stuff going on and things going wrong.
Yes, for example, Craig's wrist,
The bike is broken,
the poor weather is coming in.
and also the leader's wearing Carrymore.
Carrymore?
I know.
Not mounting equipment.
More rap.
Here.
Right, boys and girls, I've spoken to Franklin. His advice is to not carry on. So what we're going to do, David said that there's something about short route. So what I want to do is take that short route. Franklin's going to help Craig down the mountain. Danny, you get the bikes. Don't bother sorting the puncture out now. We'll do it at the bottom because it's only a couple of miles to the house. David and Olivia, can you go on ahead, take the kit, and get to the house and get them to call an ambulance so that it's here for when we get down. Craig, just try and keep warm. Franklin's going to help you down, and we'll have you down to safety soon, mate. So yeah, I think that's everything. Let's get going.
Curtis and the team had a few uncertainties along that trip, including the best way off the hill and the extent of his injury.
Curtis deals with these uncertainties by delegating to people with skills to deal with them. It's very good leadership, if you ask me. Our Olivia raises a fantastic point. There needs to be a prescribed leader to take on the role of handing out responsibilities. Otherwise, dealing with a VUCA situation becomes more difficult.
With tensions running high within the group, you know, a few days out in the wild, camping, they're all going to be a bit tired and tense. This is why it's important that Curtis trusts his process and trusts his decision-making skills, but also uses everyone else's individual skills to come to a final conclusion.
It is essential that he remains calm in this situation.
Essential. Well, isn't that jolly good? A good scenario in the end, Curtis making good decisions. Craig, he ended up going to hospital, only a fracture in the end. So good on Franklin for getting him checked out.
Yes, of course, we do love Franklin.
Oh, he's
Just
a
one of,
yes.
he's an early Tonian just like us.
Yes,
He knows what he's doing.
He's a good boy, and he knows how to have a good time.
Oh, he knows. He loves a good
I remember
time.
one Friday night in the tavern, me, him, and you.
Oh, God.
Anyway.
I did remember that.
Well,
It
yeah.
goes.
Crikey, I haven't done that much today since my graduation at Eton. Anyway, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
And we'll
Dominic.
see you
Okay,
soon.
cheers. Okay.